Welcome to Hove Park School's Hitting 6 in English series. My name's Miss Bradley, and during this video I'm going to teach you how to use semicolons. At the end of the video you will be able to take part in a task to test your learning, and if you are doing this through TED Ed, please refer to the questions below at the end of the video. So first we're going to look at some main clauses. A main clause is a sentence that stands on its own and makes complete sense when said aloud. For example, the dog ate my homework. This is a simple sentence because it consists of a subject, the dog, a verb, ate, which is what the subject is doing, and my homework, which is the object, the thing that is being eaten. So, how do we use a semicolon? Well, semicolons are used to join two sentences together. However, the two sentences must have something in common. For example, take the sentence, "The dog ate my homework," followed by the sentence, "I was very unhappy." Both are full sentences when stood alone. However, they can be joined together because the reason that you are unhappy is because the dog ate your homework. Therefore, we use a semicolon to join the two together. Where does that semicolon go? In the middle of the two sentences. This is very important. Each side of the semicolon must have a full sentence. Otherwise, we would not use a semicolon, we would use a comma. Here we have two sentences that are about superheroes. One is about Superman. Superman is posing. One is about Superwoman. Superwoman is flying. Because the two sentences have something in common, we can again join them together using a semicolon. In this instance, we can keep the capital letter on Superwoman because Superwoman is a name. To give you another example, let's take the sentence, "The sandwich looked delicious." If we take the next sentence, "Daniel was hungry," we can see that Daniel is hungry because the sandwich looked delicious. Therefore, yet again, we can link the two sentences together using a semicolon. Finally, let's see the two sentences. Jennifer was ill, she needed to see the doctor. We can see that the reason Jennifer needs to see the doctor is because she is ill. Therefore, we can use a semicolon to link the two sentences together. However, because she is a pronoun and not a proper noun, we do need to replace the uppercase S with a lowercase s. Some further examples: the king died, the queen cried, again related, so we put a semicolon in the middle and replace the uppercase T with a lowercase. Sarah ate the cake, she was very hungry, again related, so we use a semicolon. Remember, she is a pronoun, so we do need to take away that capital letter. Finally, David was sad, the film was over. Again, both full sentences, both related, so again we use a semicolon and we replace the uppercase with a lowercase. One very important rule you need to remember is that semicolons are in themselves connectives. Therefore, you do not need to use a connective after them. If we take the first sentence, Sarah cried, then we take the second clause, because the film ended, you can see that because the film ended is not in itself a full sentence. Therefore, we would not need to use a semicolon. Instead, what we need to do is remove the connective, which leaves us with two sentences, Sarah cried and the film ended. In this situation, it is perfectly okay to use a semicolon. Secondly, we have the two sentences, Robert was unhappy and when he wasn't allowed to go to the party. Because of the use of the connective when, we see that what we're left with is one complete sentence, Robert was unhappy, and one subordinate clause, when he wasn't allowed to go to the party. So again, what we need to do is choose one or the other. This time we're going to use a semicolon, so we just get rid of the connective when, which leaves us with two sentences. Robert was unhappy, he wasn't allowed to go to the party. Yet again, these two sentences are related. So, to summarise, Semicolons are used to join two full sentences or clauses together that, if they were alone, would make sense, but are in some way related. We can see from the image that Harry is laughing. We can also see he is watching the television. Therefore, if we begin with the sentence Harry laughed out loud, and we take the next sentence, the film was hilarious, we can make the assumption that the reason Harry is laughing is because the film was hilarious. We can see from the two sentences, each is a main clause. They both have a subject, Harry, the film. They both have a verb, laughed, was, and they both have an object, out loud, hilarious. Because the two sentences are related, what we can therefore do is tie them together using a semicolon. However, do not forget it is very important to replace any uppercase letters in the second clause with a lowercase to show that you have not used a full stop, but instead used a level 6 semicolon. Now to test your learning. If you are watching this video through TED Ed, you now need to refer to the questions beneath, complete the activities and let your teacher know that you have fulfilled the homework task. However, if you are not watching this through TED Ed and it's been sent to you, you can show your learning by one of two things. Firstly, you can create a paragraph using 3 semicolons and ask your teacher to check them. Or a useful way to monitor the use of semicolons is to take 3 pages of a novel and using a highlighter, highlight any places where the author has used semicolons. This will help you get into the habit of looking for them and understanding how they are used. Good luck!